Hey, Mike here. So I wanted to show off this new feature of the settings specifically, but a few more. But in this specific video, I will just be talking about the settings. Here, now you can very quickly find exactly the setting that you're looking for. So let's say that you're looking for a prompt setting. You can just type in prompt and you will see within the SystemSculpt AI settings, every single setting that has anything to do with prompts. Okay, and then let's say you want to change an API key. You have that access very quickly as well. Or let's say you want to change the default microphone. You can just type in mic and boom, now you can, select whichever microphone you want. So that's one thing about the settings, which I find really nice. Another thing is I've just kind of, for lack of a better term here, simplified the look and feel of the settings. I had a lot of flashy CSS, like design choices, I guess, that I kind of scaled back on. So everything is a lot more, I don't know, pleasing to the eye, easy on the eye, really. And so, yeah, another thing I'll mention in this video real quick is I've integrated OpenRouter. Now, if you've been using this plugin for a while, ever since the beginning, of course, you would know that one of the first API endpoints I had was OpenRouter. And then I kind of took it off because a lot of people preferred OpenAI and Grok. So I, had those. But, due to Sonnet 3.5, which is my go-to model now, I find this to be the best model, better than any current OpenAI model, even GPT-4, GPT-4o. For my specific use cases, Claude 3.5 Sonnet is the best. And moving on to this point, you can see if I click this, you'll see that there's this new model selection that pops up. And as you can see with OpenRouter here, wow, that's a lot of models. And so you may be thinking, geez, how am I going to, this looks really complicated. Well, we have the same search functionality built into here as well. So if I'm looking for, let's say, Sonnet 3.5, I could just type that in, right? Oops, I put 3.5, there you go. It will fuzzy find whatever you're looking for. So let's say, again, I want to quickly switch to a Llama model. Boom, I type in Llama and I can see every single model option that has the word Llama within it, right? So I have my local, and it's also categorized by who the provider is. So I have my local, which is free, Grok, which is also free, and then you have OpenRouter, which you can also put Llama free, and you can see that, boom, OpenRouter has a Llama model that is free, okay? So that's really nice. Apart from that, let's see. Yeah, I mean, 4o, you can see who offers 4o, GPT-4o from OpenAI or OpenRouter's GPT-4o, which is the same. It's just routed through OpenRouter. What's another model? If you want to use maybe the more Chinese models, Quen, you just type in Quen, boom, you get it. You want to use Microsoft's Phi model, you just type in Phi. Now you can see all of the Phi models. There are free models here. If you just want to use OpenRouter free models, you can just type in the word free, and you'll see all of these free models. So you can select one of these and use them as much as you want for free. So that's beautiful. And as you can see here, this is quite amazing. You can use a free Phi 3 medium model with a context window of 128K characters, or I'm sorry, tokens. That is amazing. I think that's the only 128. Oh no, this one is also free, but this is the mini, so you might as well be using the medium, right? The rest, yeah, all are nice and free, so that's really nice. Apart from that, what else am I missing here? Yes, one more place. This is all a lot of like fuzzy searching, this update, I suppose. I've also simplified the way that chats are handled. So let's open up a new chat. Let's type in, hey, how are you? Just to, start up a chat. You can see that it's generating a response. And let me guide you through all of these little updates here. They're very small visual updates, but no longer are we encumbered by all of these icons everywhere, right? There used to be, I don't know, like 10 different icons. Now it's much more simple. You have the title, boom, you can click it. It takes you straight into the chat history file itself within your chats directory so that you know exactly where you're supposed to be. And what else? You can open up a text context file. So you can, oops, that's an email. You can type in whatever, file you want to add in, boom, it gets added. You can also click it to go to that file. We're not going to do that because it's just a quick test. And then most importantly, you have this little gear icon now in the top right-hand corner. If you click it, again, you will see a very familiar pop-up, the same kind of pop-up that you get with the model selection. Boom, right here, model. You can, quickly switch out models, but right now we're using the chat actions version of it. And here, once again, you're put straight into the search box. You can start typing right away. So let's say I want to generate a title, right? So I just type in gen, or I can type in G because that's the only command that has a G in it. And I can just hit enter and it'll start generating my title right away. And for those that are more keyboard oriented, keyboard focused, let's say, I don't want to go from my keyboard. Let's say I'm typing, right? I don't want to go from my keyboard and then go to my mouse and then go to the gear icon and then click it and then go back to my keyboard. Instead, what you can do is right now, I'm at the keyboard and I have a hotkey set up for, let's see, what is it called? Open Chat Actions. So that does exactly what it states. It opens the chat actions. So again, I could be typing something and let's say I just, boom, I'm right away in the chat action. So I'll do that again. Boom. You can see in my little keycaster here, you can see what I pressed to make this open. Now, of course, you have to set this as a hotkey for yourself. This is what I have it set as. The way that I remember it is A for actions, right? And then, so that would allow, what that allows you to do is type in, gen, boom, you're generating a title, right? Or history file. Say I want to open up my history. These are my most recent chats, or well, all of my chats. I've archived all the other ones. But anyway, that's about it for the update. A lot of behind the scenes fixes that are kind of a little too boring. I've added a temperature. You can change the temperature now. I have it set at 1. I think the default is 2. Yeah, or 0.2. That makes it more logical, but I tend to like 1 personally. Apart from that, some visual changes like I mentioned, and OpenRouter, that's a pretty big change there. Local, same thing. I mean, if you missed last update, I now support Ollama, so that's really nice. What else? I think that's it. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you update because this version is amazing. And yeah, look at this. I love OpenRouter because look at all these models, right? Geez, and you can filter so fast, right? Gwen or whatever. Anyway, I'm digressing here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.